Chuck Norris used to beat up his shadow because it was following too close. It now stands 15 feet behind him. There has never been a hurricane named Chuck because it would have destroyed everything. Outer space exists because it's afraid to be on the same planet with Chuck Norris. When Chuck Norris does a push-up, he's pushing the Earth down. Chuck Norris is the reason why Waldo is hiding. Chuck Norris doesn't wear a watch. He decides what time it is. Chuck Norris does not get frostbite. Chuck Norris bites frost. In Pamplona, Spain, the people may be running from the bulls, but the bulls are running from Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris spices up his steaks with pepper spray. The Great Wall of China was originally created to keep Chuck Norris out. It didn't work. Chuck Norris can get in a bucket and lift it up with himself in it. Most people have 23 pairs of chromosomes. Chuck Norris has 72, and they're all lethal. Chuck Norris is the only man to ever defeat a brick wall in a game of tennis. Chuck Norris doesn't shower, he only takes blood baths. Chuck Norris can divide by zero. The show Survivor had the original premise of putting people on an island with Chuck Norris. There were no survivors. Chuck Norris destroyed the periodic table, because Chuck Norris only recognizes the element of surprise. Chuck Norris once kicked a horse in the chin. Its descendants are now known as giraffes. When Chuck Norris was born, the only person who cried was the doctor. Never slap Chuck Norris. When Chuck Norris does division, there are no remainders. It takes Chuck Norris 20 minutes to watch 60 minutes. Chuck Norris proved that we are alone in the universe. We weren't before his first space expedition. Chuck Norris once went skydiving, but promised never to do it again. One Grand Canyon is enough. Chuck Norris once ordered a steak in a restaurant. The steak did what it was told. We live in an expanding universe. All of it is trying to get away from Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris had to stop washing his clothes in the ocean. Too many tsunamis. Chuck Norris can sneeze with his eyes open. Chuck Norris can cook minute rice in 30 seconds. Chuck Norris beat the sun in a staring contest. Superman owns a pair of Chuck Norris undies. Chuck Norris doesn't breathe, he holds air hostage. Chuck Norris can clap with one hand. Chuck Norris doesn't need to shave. His beard is scared to grow. Before he forgot a gift for Chuck Norris, Santa Claus was real. In an average living room there are 1,000 objects Chuck Norris could use to kill you, including the room itself. Chuck Norris invented airplanes because he was tired of being the only person that could fly. Chuck Norris's belly button is actually a power outlet. Freddy Krueger has nightmares about Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris is the only man who can fight himself and win. Chuck Norris's cowboy boots are made from real cowboys. Chuck Norris can start a fire with an ice cube. The flu gets a Chuck Norris shot every year.